Welcome, everybody. You should recognize the couple of gentlemen that you're seeing here. Let's go. Nathan's stoked to be here. Let's do it. Mikey B, what's up?
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the
Give everybody a few minutes, guys and gals, to pile in. What's up, Camille? Caleb, welcome. Mikey B, what's shaking my bacons?
Welcome to Wall Street Global Masterclass of the month. Let's go. Let's learn how to trade in the world.
Guys, we're going to try to give you guys as much useful information as we can tonight with no BS. To answer any questions that you guys have. Just give everybody a few minutes to pile in. And we'll get rolling with introductions, and then we'll start talking about trading.
Jose Pacheco. Madeline, welcome, Madeline.
Chakalaka. Where's everybody joining us from? Pop it in there where you're joining us from.
Utah, Nathan, New Jersey. Let's go. Great what? Great Barrington or Great Britain? So, Seattle, let's go. Welcome. Arizona.
Buffalo, New Jersey. Yeah, baby, New Jersey.
Columbia.
Boca. Mike, I'm in Boca, Mike.
Hey, Israel. Welcome, Israel. I was supposed to be in Israel tomorrow, and they shut down my whole game. My niece's wedding was canceled because of the war, so I cannot. If they had the wedding a week earlier, I'd probably be on a boat, like rowing myself back to America by now.
You'd be in the army. You would have got drafted.
Or arrested. I can't see myself in a bomb shelter 7 times a day. I would have gone crazy.
Max from Pompano Beach, one of my neighbors. Excellent. Excellente. How's everybody been handling these markets, guys and girls? Give me some ones if everybody is crushing it and making a shit ton of money.
All right. Who made $500,000 last week trading the market?
I don't see any ones.
One. Give me a one.
I'm not seeing any ones, guys and gals. Has not been easy. There you go, Matthew. Excellent. Nice job.
Made $2,000. Beautiful. Love you.
Ashraf, what's up? Wall, New Jersey, Venezuela. Love it.
We love it. People from all over the world. Good.
All right, guys and girls. So we are here to help as many of you as we possibly can tonight. We're going to talk about a lot of different things. We're going to answer all your questions. We're going to talk about some of our rules, trading rules, get you on the right track. By way of introduction, my name is David Green. Me and Pete started Wall Street Global Trading Academy about 5 years ago. Pete will talk more about that. I was a market maker on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange for almost 20 years. I've done nothing in my whole life except trade. It's the only thing I know how to do. Barely got out of high school. I didn't go to college. This is it for me. I've been doing it for a long time. Pete started trading with Alexander Hamilton back in 1864.
Right.
So we've been doing this for a long time. That being said, we have adapted to the changing circumstances in trading. What worked 5 years ago doesn't work anymore. Sometimes what worked 2 weeks ago doesn't work anymore, right? Especially in this market.
And we still love what we do. We still love what we do every day. Every day.
It's like the Super Bowl. I've been trading every day of my life since the time I left the Florida Stock Exchange at the end of 2000. Me and Pete started the academy about 5 years ago. We have taught thousands of people how to trade. We don't promise anybody great riches. We are trying to make a couple of bucks every day on balance. We do have losing trades. Everybody does. We have a private trading room, very private trading room. We do these webinars once a month to give you guys a little taste of what it is that we do at Wall Street Global Trading Academy. And we're going to give you guys as much useful information as we can in the next however long we're here. Go ahead, Pete. Don't take all night.
You got it, buddy. Everybody, I am Peter Tuchman, commonly known as the Einstein of Wall Street. My family probably called me something else, but that's okay. I have also been trading since 1985. Dave and I started on the floor of the stock exchange back in the beginning when everybody just sort of started out as either a teletypist or a squad or runner, whatever it was. Open outcry. You've seen the movies all about that stuff. And obviously I've stayed on. Dave got an amazing buyout at 20 years in, and he retired, went on to teach trading. I've stayed, and over the last number of years sort of reinvented myself in social media space, education space with David, and in on a lot of news stations and stuff like that. But still, at the end of the day, for us, what gets us up in the morning and what we love to do is trade. And even more than that is teach people how to trade. right? What happened in COVID, right? March 2020 was what we call the democratization of the trading community. Everybody with an iPhone and $100 suddenly could trade the market. That was not the case. If any of you were here before that, that was not the case. You have to be an accredited investor, and it was a lot harder to get in and learn how to trade. So we saw 40, 50 million new people come into the market, the meme phenomenon, COVID, everybody sheltered in place. They had a couple of shekels in the bank from the stimulus. All eyes were on GameStop and Roaring Kitties and all that kind of stuff. And the one thing that was not part of all this accessibility to the markets was an educational component. Robinhood, Webull, all this other stuff gave you access to the party, but they didn't tell you if you drank 12 shots of vodka, you would get sick and you'd end up on the curb puking. So we're here to tell you that there is a way to do this, right? As long as you follow the rules and discipline and consistency. That's why David and I created our course, created the academy. It comes with coaching and mentoring. And once a month, we get together with everyone to introduce ourselves and David's strategy, which is just masterful. And his an amazing ability as a teacher and mine as a moderator, motivator, to get you all in here, right? This is what we want to do over the next hour and change is to basically introduce you to technical analysis and risk management, teach you the 10 sort of commandments of love that Dave's got, his simple, not easy, but simple strategies, simpler the better, of how to day trade to make a little bit of money at the end of every day, every week, every month, so that you're green, right? You make, people call it scalping, people call it whatever they want. But at the end of the day, it's all about hitting singles and doubles and not trying to wait around for a home run. There are a million other people out in the space trying to do it who've been trading for 2 years, and they're suddenly experts. And they don't really have the credibility that Dave and I do in the most humblest fashion. I think Dave and I are the best. Just ask us, we'll tell you. And that's what we do here, right? That's what we do. And so our goal is to introduce you to what we do, what technical analysis is, and what we teach in our course, and then give you a little bit of access, sort of the entry levels on how you can become part of the academy, part of our family, and learn how to trade. If you like what you hear and you like what you see, you can go on to, you're not going to hear everything in an hour, that's for sure. But if you like what you see, like what you hear, you can stay on and join the academy, join the boot camp, and become part of the family and learn how to trade if that's what you want to do. If nothing else, you'll have an hour of some entertainment. You'll learn the basic skills of day trading that, you know, I guarantee you one thing. If you listen and take notes for the next hour, you will be a 50% better trader tomorrow morning when you hit the machine. Well, not tomorrow morning, we're closed, but on Friday morning, you will be a 50% better trader by the simple rules that David and I are going to lay down in the next little bit of time. So I'll pass it back to you, Dave.
Yeah, and guys, we're going to take any questions that anybody has. Okay, don't be shy. We're here to help as many people as we possibly can. How many people, guy, we'll get to all that, Mike. How many people in this room are actively trading either stocks or options? Give me some ones.
Or future.
Stocks and options.
Okay.
Good. Good. How many people in this room? Give me some twos. If you just started this month, you're in the right spot. Perfect. Forex, okay. How many people, give me some twos, are trading futures? Futures. How many people are trading futures? Good. A lot of people are trading futures. Excellent. How many people have little or no experience with trading? Give me some threes. Perfect. Excellent. Okay. So we're going to talk about all those things tonight. All right. We're going to talk about stocks. We're going to talk about options. We're going to talk about futures. For those of you who don't know what futures are, if you're just joining us, it has become a real revelation over the last couple of years, trading futures. And the reason for it is because of the low barrier to entry. You can open up a futures account sometimes with as little as $16. Usually it's around $50 to open up a futures account. And from there, when you pass a few qualifying tests, you can start taking real money from what we call these prop firms. So it's something that we want everyone to get involved in because of the low barrier to entry. When you open up an account for $50 or $20, that's all you can lose. And we have students and traders that have taken a lot of money out of these prop firms, including myself. And I'll show you exactly what we do and how we do that in a little bit. So if you're not trading futures yet, it's something that you should definitely look into doing. And again, I'll give you more details about it as we go on. How many people are struggling with any kind of trading that they're doing? Give me some ones. Struggling. Can't figure it out. Don't know where to start. Not doing very well.
Okay. Most everyone.
Super struggling.
Cool. All right,
Okay.
good. We're in the right place.
How many people down 500 grand? Mike, been there, done that. Okay, I'll tell you a little story. I worked on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange for 20 years. All I did was trade, right? Siad, we're going to talk a lot about that tonight because guys and girls, what's on a chart is not the hardest part of trading. It's what's in our heads that's the hardest part of trading. That's what we're going to start talking about. But I worked on the Florida Stock Exchange for 20 years, never had to use technical analysis. I was a market maker on a Florida exchange, so people would come to me with their orders to buy or sell, and I would have the orders, buyers in my left hand and the sellers in my right hand, and it wasn't that difficult to be able to make money doing that. But I didn't know what technical analysis was. So you talk about big numbers, Mike. When I first left the Florida Stock Exchange, I know I'm going to trade for the rest of my life because I don't know how to do anything else. And I lost about $400,000, between $300,000 and $400,000 in about 2 months when I first started trading, because I had no idea what technical analysis was. I had a gigantic ego, right? How can somebody who was a specialist broker and a market maker on a Florida New York Stock Exchange not be able to do this? I would just buy something and keep buying it until I felt like throwing up. Then I would get out of the trade. Inevitably, it would turn around. And I just had no sense of what technical analysis was. It took me the better part of 3 years. Okay, that's good, Max. But one thing we can do tonight is stop people from losing money if you're losing money. And that's the first step. Just stop losing money. If that means not trading until you learn a system, that's fine. And we always tell people here, we don't want anyone who trades with us and becomes part of our academy or our live trading room. I can tell you that nobody has ever blown up a stock or options account that is traded with us, because we simply will not have enough losing trades if you follow our rules for that to ever happen. Okay.
How long, so we will help you with that?
I think over the last, probably this year, I don't know if anyone from my room is here, but we're over 70% hit rate on our winners to losers, which does not guarantee that you're going to be a successful trade. We all know that, right? Because you can win on 9 out of 10 trades, and if you're not managing your trades correctly, you can still be a losing trader. With our system, if you have more than a 50% hit rate, you should be making money, and sometimes it could be a little lower than that. Like Peter said, we are not home run hitters. I'll show you some of my accounts and stuff in a little bit, especially when you're a beginning trader, and that's why we want you to trade futures at the beginning, because there's not a lot of risk involved in it. For those of you who are trading stocks, we're going to talk about some, or options, or even futures. We're going to talk about some simple rules. Well, before we do that, this is what I want everyone to do. And I saw a couple of people type this in. What is the biggest thing that you guys are struggling with? Get your pen out, Matt. Talk to me. What is the biggest thing that you're struggling with? Is it not knowing where to get in a stock? Is it not knowing what to do once you get into a stock or a future? Is it not having the right emotional set in your mind? What is it that's holding you back the most? Greed, holding winners longer, when to enter, entry positions? Yes. Okay, cool. Having the right risk to reward ratio, fear, being scared, not cutting winners and hanging on to losers. These are all things that everything that you guys put there, guys, is what every trader struggles with. Right. Every single one of them, right? So let's start out by talking a couple of rules. Then I'm going to share some charts with you. I just want to share my charts now. In case we get a trade that sets up in the futures, I will walk you guys through it. Okay, let me see. Let me know when everybody can see my charts.
Got them.
Give me some ones.
Yep.
All good. Okay. So what we're looking at right now is a chart of the S&P 500 futures. This is what, when we trade the futures, we trade either the MESs or the ESs. This just follows exactly what the Standard & Poor's 500 is doing. If you look at the spiders, you're going to see that's going to be trading almost identically to what these other things are doing. So these are the futures. Don't make it more complicated than it is. We'll talk more about it as we go on, okay? If something sets up for a trade for us here, guys, we will do it. I'm kind of looking at 60-11 for maybe a little trade. I'll show you if we get that. And not important right now. Okay. Let's talk about some rules that'll help you guys out with what you're talking about right now. Let's talk about stocks first. And I'm going to just put up any stock. It doesn't matter what it is. We'll put up Tesla, stock that we like to trade a lot. This is a chart from Tesla today. All right. So anytime I get into a trade, I don't care if it's stocks or futures or options, the first thing that I'm going to do is put in a stop order in that trade. How many people who are trading are not using stop orders or don't know what a stop order is? Give me some twos, or don't know how to place their stop order. Okay, a lot of people. I don't respect my stop. Liz, you're not alone. All right, so let's talk about what a stop order is first, okay? I started using stop loss because of you guys. Great. What a stop order does, guys and girls, is once we get into a trade, it defines the amount of risk we want to have on that trade. Very simple. And I will not do a trade unless I have a stop order in. The first thing I worry about in any trade I get in, whether it's a stock or a future, is how much money am I willing to lose on that trade. Once I put that stop order in, great, Carlos. And Carlos just mentioned bracket orders. And for those of you who are just joining us, this is not as complicated as we're sounding here, all right? If you don't understand anything we're saying, this is just a language, basic language of the stock market, which you will learn, all right? We walk you through all of this step by step. If you've never don't know the difference between a stock and a clock, this is for you. It's for beginning as well as people who are struggling, even advanced traders that want to take it to the next level, okay? How's my voice, guys? Can everybody hear me? One, 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 one.
I can hear you. You're great.
All right. Cool beans. Okay. So I'm looking at a stock like Tesla. And when I'm trading stocks, guys and girls, where I'm going to base my stop order in is what we call the ATR, or the average true range. It's a little off right now because it's after hours and there's no volume. But during the day when I'm trading a stock, and by the way, guys, we make one button be able to set your charts up exactly like ours are with all our technical analysis in it. Very simple to do. And then we'll explain what all the technical analysis is, okay? So we have all of our moving averages that show us support and resistance levels. I'll talk more about that in a little bit. Usually in Tesla, the ATR is anywhere between, I would say, $1 and $1.50, okay? What ATR means is average true range. It just takes the last 15 5-minute candlesticks and gives you the average for each of those 5-minute candlesticks. Give me some ones if you're with me so far. That's what the ATR is. It just takes the last 14 5-minute candlesticks and gives you the average of each of those candlesticks. This is what we're going to use to put our stop order in when we get into a trade. So if my expected move, let's say in Tesla, is $1, okay? When I get into a trade, I am going to look to have a stop order of $1. And then by the same token, I'm going to look to make maybe between 50 cents and $1 or $1.50 on the trade. I'm not going to get into a trade expecting to make $5 on a trade when the ATR is $1, okay? So we have to be realistic on every single trade that we get in. The way we're going to make our money is by starting small. I don't care if you start with 1 share or 2 shares, and then getting up to the point where we can do more shares, where those small movements start to add up to money at the end of the day, the end of the week, the end of the month, and the end of the year. So one of the technicals that we use is our 200 EMA. It is the strongest of our moving averages. I'm not going to get into the technicals yet, but I'm just using this as an example to show you guys where to put a stop order and how to execute this trade. And trade management, guys and girls, once we learn a system, is the most important thing, okay? We are big believers in taking profit on part of our trade quickly and then reducing our risk to nothing. So a lot of people ask me, sometimes I'll have a 1-to-1 risk reward. I know I'm going to make money on more trades than I lose, so I'm okay having that. Tesla, this was our 200 EMA. The exact price was $321.60. Okay, so as we see this going down, I'm going to buy 100 shares of Tesla at $321.60. My stop order is going to go down $1. Great. I know the ATR is about $1. So once I get in this trade at $321.60, I'm going to take my first profit at 50 cents. I want to take a little bit off the table. Once I have that first profit, and this is going to be for every trade that we do, and you guys are going to give me some twos if you don't do this. There's a huge mistake that a lot of traders make. Once I have my first profit, I'm going to raise up my stop order so I cannot lose money on that trade. How many people in this room are not doing that on the trades that they get in? Give me some twos. There's going to be a lot of you. I guarantee it. Yes. This makes a huge difference in our P&L, guys and girls. How many of you guys don't take any profit because you're expecting it to go up $5, right? And turn it into a losing trade. I know it depends, Jose. I'm just trying to generalize here. That one is me, Mike. Okay. I want everybody from now on, okay, every time you get into a trade to take some profit immediately. And I'm not talking about 5 or 10 cents. But if the ATR is $1, okay, and I can take 50 cents out of the first part of my trade, I'm locking up $50, let's just say. And now I raise my stop order to break even. That is where I want to be on every single trade that I get in. You know what a good feeling that is, guys and girls? When you get into a trade, you've locked up some profit, and I know I can't lose money. So from now on, anytime you get into a trade, and we'll talk about futures, it's different in a few minutes, okay? For those of you who are trading futures. Every time you get into a trade, have your stop order. Correct. Exactly right, Gilbert. So I get in, my stop order is down $1. My first exit is going to be at 322.11. Okay. We got in at, actually, this is lower, guys. That was a bad price. This is 320.50. That's a 200 EM at 320.50. So my stop order goes at 319.50, and my first take profit is going to be 321, which is right here. It happened about a minute later. 321. I've taken my profit. I lower my stop to break even. Okay. I'll get to it, Alejandro. Now, on the second part of my trade, I got in for a technical reason down here. Now I'm coming up to resistance on my moving averages. So, guys, when your moving average is below where a stock is trading for my beginning traders, that is support. And when it's above where a stock is trading, that is resistance. We want to buy on support and sell on resistance. That's for my very beginning traders. So here we took a 50-cent profit, lowered our stop to break even. And here's my target, my second resistance, which is 322.30. That is a $2.30 gain on the second part of my trade. Give me some ones if you're with me. I got a 50-cent profit, raise my stop up to break even. How about now, guys and girls, when I have $1 profit, raise my stop order up to lock in that 50 cents. When I have $1.50 profit, raise my stop order to lock in $1 profit. And it hits our second target for $2, let's just say, right here. Spectacular trade, okay? So if I had 100 shares, I made $50. And then on my last 50 shares, I made $120. So I made $170 on this trade. It took 5 minutes. Most of the trades that we get in, guys and girls, unless we're getting into what we call a trend trade, are going to be done within 5 minutes. I won't necessarily get out of it if it takes longer than that, as long as it's going in my direction. And that's another thing, guys and girls, right?
Yes, Alonzo.
Yeah, we're always trailing it, updating our stop.
Trailing.
Yeah, it's one button. When you have a bracket on, you just raise your stop on the bracket. It's one button. That's all it is, right? How many people in here get impatient on a trade because it's not working in 30 seconds? Give me some ones. I get into a trade, it's not working in 30 seconds, and I'm like, Yes, guys and girls, this is Thinkorswim that we're looking at. I highly recommend Thinkorswim for charting. It does not cost any money, and you can get live trading. I love it too. 99% of my traders have Thinkorswim if it's available. If you're outside the country, it might not be available. Then we recommend people use TradingView. Yes, Zach. TradingView, we have one link in our course that puts all this stuff in there. Okay? Everything. It's one button and it automatically puts all this stuff in there. So your charts are set up to look exactly like my charts look. With all this, including our watch lists, including all our EMAs, it tells us exactly where our EMAs are. It tells us the spread in the stock. These are built-in scanners that we have done, guys and girls, that watch for our trading setups. Not going to see anything here now because it's dead. But we have code that we've built that actually vets our trading setups that we hope you set up also. Okay? How can you move that? How can you move that stop up that fast if you're trading at Chuck Schwab? Two things, Khalil. You can either do it manually, or if you have a bracket. You're talking about trading on Thinkorswim, right, Khalil? Think or Swim, we're going to show you how to do bracket orders. Okay. And you can just, it's one click. Boom. It's one click. And you can raise up your stop orders. And we walk you through how to do it. If you're trading on wealth charts, I'm 90% sure that all of our technicals they have on wealth charts, Khalil, because you're trading futures, right? On wealth charts, Apex, I think, probably. Oh, I know they have a deal with them. Yeah. All of our technicals are available on wealth charts. I don't know exactly how to put them in on there, but all of our technicals are available, Steve. Bottom line is we use 5 moving averages, pivot points, relative strength, pivot points and relative strength. Not that complicated. We do make a lot of our trades using Fibonacci's. How many people in this room are familiar with what a Fibonacci is? Give me some ones. Okay. How many people have no idea what a Fibonacci is? Give me some twos.
Isn't it like a pasta dish?
That's carbonara.
Oh, that's carbonara. You know what? I just want to jump in a second because guys, David's going to lay out to you like 5, 6, or 7 different little sort of like the commandments of love on the things that are really helpful in learning how to trade. Obviously, the first one is, with just quick little lesson that he just said, is using a stop order. If you get into a trade, you can use 1% of the price of the stock or the average rate. And you buy 100 shares of stock at 50 and you put in a stop order at 49.5. This is what David just described to you, just to maybe put it in a little easier lingo. You are not waiting for it to go up $2 and come back down $3 to trade it. Dave is a proponent of making money right away, taking money off the table. You make 50 cents on the trade, you sell half your position or whatever amount you want, raise your stop up to break even. The feeling, the psychology of having just made 50 cents and now locking in a break even because you moved your stop up to break even is one of the greatest feelings in the world. This is all about confidence, right? Because people talked about fear when they had, what is their worst thing that they have about trading that makes it difficult for them? Fear is the biggest thing. To get in and to get out, you see a little bit of profit, you jump out, you run away, but you'll stay in a losing trade forever and ever. At the end of the day, you get into a trade, you have a stop order on every trade. The stock goes in your favor, 50 cents. You sell half your position. You move your stop up to break even. You've just made 50 cents and you can't lose money on the trade. That is the confidence we want you to build. If it goes higher, okay, then you lock in $1 profit and you make you sell 25% of your position up $1 and you move your stop up to lock in a profit. This is the mentality, locking in profit, identifying your downside risk, locking in a profit, and learning how to trade with this as opposed to FOMO, hype, hope. These are not trading strategies. Uncle Herbie on the internet, that's what you guys are trading off single services. That is not a way to trade this market. David's strategy is super simple. It protects your downside. It teaches you how to build confidence and no longer live in fear, but live in confidence and faith in the trade that it's going to work. You don't need all this confirmation and all this other stuff that these new traders are coming up with. Dave's strategy is strictly technicals, using stop orders, having a plan. He'll go into it. I just want to reiterate what you just learned is lesson number 1. You get into a trade, have a stop order, take a profit right away, move your stop up to break even. You just made 50 cents and you can't lose money on the trade. Think about that for a minute. That is the greatest feeling in the world. Go ahead, Davey. Sorry.
Mike, how much is your average risk amount per trade? It depends on the stock or the future that we're getting in. And my average risk is always going to be based on the ATR, Mike. Okay, that's what my average risk is going to be. So if I do 1,000 shares here, okay, and the bottom line, guys, and why we point a lot of people towards futures, okay? Minimum amount you have to trade stocks realistically, $25,000 minimum to open up a retail trading account. Minimum of $25,000. Because think about it. If I buy 100 shares of Tesla, okay, at $320, that's $32,000, right? So you have to have that in your account. Okay. Otherwise, you can't trade it. So that's why we recommend people who are just starting out to trade futures. Yes, Zachary, if you're new to this or you don't have the money to open up a retail trading account, that's why we want to talk to you about trading futures, 100%. But if you can trade stocks and you have the buying power to do it, I mean, let's say I bought 1,000 shares of Tesla here. I'm risking $1,000. and I would have made $1,700 on the trade. I'm okay with that, right? And the reason I'm even okay with a 1-to-1 ratio is because we make more on our trades than we lose. Boom. Zachary, I'm going to talk about that in a little bit too. Okay. One of the hardest things at the beginning is to get over being scared when you get into a trade, right? I can't wait to get into my trades when they set up. I can't wait. You know, we'll be sitting in the private trading room and say, and I'll hear people say, Dave, it's heading down to the 200 EMA. Like they're getting nervous. And I'm saying, I hope it gets down to the 200 EMA because I want to get into this trade. I am going to do every single trade that sets up for me technically during the day. Every one of them. If they fit our trading criteria. That's
you cannot. Can't
How much do you need realistically to trade futures? $50 a month.
$50.
I'm going to go over that in a little bit. $50 is all you need to start a futures account. Okay. And guys, we have no affiliation with any futures accounts. Me and Peter don't get paid by any of them to promote their firms. It's not something that we'll ever do. Okay. We will not be have an affiliation. We are working on a couple of deals where we might partner with one of these firms for education purposes. That's what we're working on doing. But, you know, you guys, I'll talk about it in a few minutes. Go wherever you want to go, right? It's just like trading a stock, David, okay? You're trading an index, basically, instead of trading an individual stock when you're trading the futures. That's it. Hey, we're still looking for our technicals. Same thing.
Davey, give me 1 second. There's a young guy who's on here now. He's a friend of mine. He's 18 years old. He just graduated high school. He opened up an account trading the futures this week. I think he's up like, I don't know, $2,000. His name is Cooper. He's on the call. And he had no idea what he was doing. He had never traded stock at all. He bought the course. He's just in the beginning stages of the course. But at the end of the day, he's now trading the simulated money on one of these futures platforms, and he's making money, right? And the bottom line is, I'm just saying it is feasible for anybody, no matter what age you are, no matter what level you are. We want you to just realize that the barriers to entry are down. This is an amazing time for you to take advantage of all this, to be able to spend $50 and start to learn how to trade this stock. Ideally, what you want to do is get our course, get a futures platform, and learn how to trade. It's my pleasure, Coop. But I mean, you're a perfect example of somebody who had no idea what they were doing a week and a half ago, and you've made a couple grand already in 1 week, and you're on your way to get qualified, right?
That's crazy.
He hasn't even he's just started to set up his charts, Davey, 2 days ago, but he's not even using them. The bottom line is it can be done. He's scared. He calls me every day. I don't know what to do. I'm down like 1,000. What do I do? I said, buy more. Just going to take trying it out. And everything we do in life, you don't know how to do it yet. It's not like you don't know how to do it. You don't know it yet. You don't know how to trade yet. That's what we're trying to offer you guys, the opportunity to do it yet.
Yeah, let's get back to some more rules, guys and girls, and then I'll walk you through the technical analysis, and I'll talk to you about futures. How do you possibly get a good entry point? That's what we're going to talk about in a few minutes. And I just kind of showed you one, Sid. This is one of our technicals, the 200 EMA. That's how we get a good entry point, by being patient and disciplined and waiting to hit our levels on our charts. If you look from 12 o'clock on in Tesla, this is what we call a downtrend. And every time it rallied up to one of our moving averages, it rejected off that and went back down. That's another trade setup that we look for. This is what we call a trend trade. We could have got short this here on our trend at $326. It never broke that trend until it got up to about $323. $3 profit on that trade when we get into a trend trade. Trend trade, we're going to try to make multiple dollars in when we get into a trend trade. So we have different trades that we look for during the day. We have 5 different trades that we look for. And for those of you who are just joining us that are saying, oh my God, David, I don't get any of this. Take a chill pill, I tell everybody. It's not that hard. You can learn this. It's not that hard. There are lines on a chart. We're going to tell you how to get into those lines on a chart when something really hits. But entry is the entire thing. Okay. Is it that simple? If you really get this down pat, Jose, yep, it's that simple. Knowing when to put orders out at what lines. Yes. Does it take a lot of time to do that, Jose? Absolutely. You got to study. You got to go through it. And that's why we love the futures, because it doesn't cost. I don't want anyone to lose a lot of money learning how to do this. Okay? Anyone. right? How long would it take an average person to learn the course in order to start? Look, we're going to talk about the course in a little bit, Mike. Keep in mind that anyone who buys our course later on, okay, we give you lifetime mentorship. We get together every Thursday night live, me and Peter. It's not taped or anything. And we go over any problems that you have. We go over trades. So we're going to be here with you and hold your hand throughout this entire process, okay? We have a boot camp, which is next week, which is probably too soon for a lot of you people, where we go do the entire course live in real time in the private trading room. Starting next week on Monday, we have a bunch of people that took the course last month, weren't ready for the boot camp. They will be in there on this Monday. We literally go over the entire course live in real time. Me, Ken, Kevin, every single thing that is in that course, we go over live in real time. We walk you through it. The boot camp is incredible. It is incredible. By the end of the boot camp week, Mike and everybody else, you're going to have a good sense as to what we do here. Not going to be expert traders, okay? But you'll have a really good sense. No, we didn't talk about the course yet. Let me give you more useful information, guys and girls. All right. Here's a question I asked earlier. I need some ones again. How many people have blown up a trading account? Stocks, options, futures. Give me some ones again. Everybody, right? Okay. There's only two ways this can happen, guys and girls. We know this, right? There's only two ways. We just talked about the first way, right? Not having a stop order. If you don't have a stop order, you can blow up your trading account. February alone this year wiped out 200 million. And Zach, why? Everybody, if you've blown up a trading account, obviously you're not using stop orders. We are going to have losing trades, guys and girls. Okay? We're going to have, anyone who tells you they don't have losing trades is full of crap. We're going to have losing trades. It's a cost of doing business. To me, if I execute a losing trade properly, it's the same thing as executing a winning trade. Yeah, over leveraged, exactly. Yes. Parsa, anything that you can put a chart to, you can use our system with. I highly recommend not doing Forex and learning how to trade the futures that we trade. Okay? So from this point forward, just have a stop order on every single trade that you do. Right? Over risk. That's the only way we can do it. Or you did this, Basil and whoever else blew up a trading account. You kept buying something that was going against you. Give me some ones.
Average into a trade.
Bought it, didn't have a stop order. Bought more, can't go down anymore from here. Bought more, can't go down anymore from here. Bought more, can't go down anymore from here. My account is gone. All right? It's just not something I'm familiar with, Fog. I'm not an expert at Forex. I've never traded it. So that's the only reason I'm saying that. If you're comfortable with it and you can take our system and put all of our moving averages and stuff in there and it works, boom, chaka-laka-laka. 100% do it. Yeah, Mike, that's what happened to me too. Usually, guys, when we're in a stock and you feel like throwing up, that's usually the time you should be doubling up, but it's impossible to do. It's impossible, right? Impossible. So don't average into trades. We don't average into trades. The only time I'll ever average into a trade is when I get into a trend trade, which I'll talk about in a little bit, okay? Averaging into trades, you'll hear people say you got a dollar cost average. That is fine for investing, okay? I highly recommend when you find a good company that you can dollar cost into it if it's something you're not going to look at for 10 years, all right? But not for trading. Do not dollar cost average, okay? I am going to do my full amount of shares, contracts, option contracts when it hits my spot on every single trade that I do, whatever that is, whether it's one contract in the futures, whether it's 1,000 shares of stock or 1 share of stock. I'm getting in with my full amount. My stop order goes in. I take profits as it goes in my familiar.
Here, let me answer the question with Forex. It's not that we don't recommend it. David and I are familiar with equities, options, crypto, and futures, but we're not familiar with Forex. I spoke at a Forex conference in Dubai in November. People are making a fortune with it, and it's an amazing thing if you know it, but it's very specific to a certain mind frame that we didn't grow up with it. So the bottom line is David's strategy works on anything you can put a chart to. So in fact, you can use our strategy on Forex if that's your thing, because anything you put a chart to, you can chart the US, Japanese the U.S. yen. You can do the U.S. dollar versus whatever other, or the Ruan. It doesn't matter. As long as you can track it on a chart, you can do it with our strategy. It's nothing. Do not recommend Forex. It's just not our specialty.
That's all. I don't play a game that I don't know the rules to, and I don't know all the rules to that game. It's that simple. Yeah. What do I think of CFDs? I think CFDs we can't even trade them in the United States. Am I right, Pete?
Risky. They're only done in Europe, and once again, it's not what we know. We know a lot, but those are the two things you're picking that we don't know. David is a master at equities. He's a master at futures now, and he's really good at options, and we know how to trade crypto, no problem, because he's a technical analyst. What does that mean? That is the art of charting, setting into your charts support and resistance, where EMA, we didn't even mention what it is. That's an exponential moving average.
Yeah, we're not going to do that yet.
Yeah. So anyway, that's what Dave's been talking about up till now. That's why I mentioned it. But anyway, let's stick to what we know and what we do best at and what we teach.
With futures, guys and girls, we can trade Bitcoin. They have the micro Bitcoin futures, and we use our technical analysis. It's amazing. When I get to that, I'll show you. It doesn't matter what we trade. When you're trading futures, you can trade Bitcoin, you can trade oil, you can trade gold, and you can trade the indexes, you can trade wheat, you can trade hogs. There's almost nothing you can't trade when you're trading futures. We stick to what we know, which is a few of them. Okay?
That's it.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly. All right. So, guys, stop order in every single trade that we do. Do not average into trades ever. Okay? Once we have a profit on our first part of our trade, get out of it. All right? Raise our stop order to break even so we cannot lose money. So we do not average into trades, and we have a stop order on every single trade that we do. How many people in this room? Jose, I'm going to share all my technicals in a few minutes that we use that works for what we do. Everybody has different technical analysis, guys and girls. That everybody, and anybody who has anything that works, I'm all for it. I'm going to share all the stuff that we use that works for what we do. That's all. Okay? But anytime someone comes to me with a different technical, like I never had a 30 EMA in my charts, and then I added a 30 EMA in my charts because someone told me, hey, Dave, look, this is working, right? So here's an example of futures, guys and girls, hitting a technical level. Check this out, okay? So on my chart, I had a previous day low of 60.1725. It says it right here very clearly, 60.1725, okay? When I trade the futures, I usually have a 5-point stop. So if I got in at 16.17, let's just make it easy, didn't get stopped out, and this just worked for 8 points in our favor. Same thing, if I got in at 60.17 in a future, my target in futures when I get in is usually between 1 and 5 points. So for all our futures guys, okay, if I get into an MES trade or an ES trade, I'm looking to make between 1 and 5 points, depending on what kind of trade that we get in. Okay? Points, not bips. I'm talking about futures now. So let me explain the futures for a couple of minutes, and then I'll go back to my last couple of rules, because this is important for everybody, right? If I am trading the ES, guys, and again, yes, I'm going to recommend the futures for trading platforms. Yes, there's. If I'm trading the futures, there's minis and micros, okay? I'm going to look at the minis, which is the ES. Let me get the right contract. ESU. All right, cool beans. Okay. So if Pete will talk to you that in a minute, okay? He loves talking about stop hunters. No such thing. Doesn't exist. But Pete will talk to you talking about the stop loss hunters, Pete. But let me finish this first. Okay. So when we're trading futures, guys, all right? This is the mini S&P 500 index. It follows the SPY, okay? When you buy one contract in the ES, each point that it moves is $50, okay? So if I bought one contract and I made 1 point on it, I made $50. If I make 5 points on one contract, I make $250. Now, Alonzo, this went up 8 points in 15 minutes. No, it's not a swing trade. No, we do swing trade, and that's part of our course too, and we've been very successful doing that. But I'm not talking about that right now, okay? So if I buy, and I always buy 2 contracts, guys, minimum. of 2 contracts. So if I buy 2 contracts in the ESs, I want to take my first one off for a 2-point profit. That's $200. Raise my stop to break even. I can't lose money on that trade. Okay. And then I'll hold on to my second part of the contract till I hit resistance. Check it out. So that was 8 points on my second contract. 8 points on one ES contract is $400, guys and girls. So we just made $600 on that trade with 2 contracts. $50 a point. 8 points is $400 on one trade. Okay. So this trade would have netted us, let's just say, $500. When you're trading futures, they start you, when you open up a futures account, they start you on a simulated account, and they start you at $50,000 of simulated money. Your goal on your first part of this is to make $3,000 on that, and you can't make any more than 50% of it in any one day. Once you make $3,000 on a simulated account, they move you up to a paid account now, whether it's on Top Step or Apex. I like Apex. Some people love Apex. Some people hate it. Some people like Top Step. Some people hate it. But the 2 firms that you're going to look for at this point are Apex Trader Funding, and my favorite is Apex, and then you have Top Step. Those are the only 2 I would recommend to anybody. Okay, just go to apextraderfunding.com, topstep.com. And a lot of people, I love Apex. I never have a problem getting paid from them. My people never have a problem getting paid for them if you follow the rules. And there's a lot of different rules that have to be followed. I'm just going over the basics now. Okay. So once you make $3,000 in that simulated account, you go to what they call a PA account. You start again with 50 grand. From there, your next goal is to make $52,600, $2,600. Okay. $2,600. It can take you 30 days to get there. Again, you can't make more than 30% of your total profit in any one day. They don't want people going in there making $10,000 in one day. That's breaking the rules. It's called the consistency rule. Once you hit $52,600 and you trade for 8 days on Apex, you can start taking real money out of the account. Period. There's no limit to the amount of money that you can make. Okay. So I'm going to show you guys my Apex account right now. All right. And I just started this. Here we go. So this is my Apex account. I started one PA account 7 days ago and one 5 days ago, using only the techniques that we use in our room, trading 2 contracts. Okay. If something sets up a little bit better, I might trade 3 contracts, but mostly I'm trading 2 contracts. And in 7 days in these 2 accounts, I've made $7,400. So I have passed the $52,600 on both accounts. Once I have 8 trading days, which will be Friday, I can take a little bit of money out of right away out of Apex once I have 8 trading days. I try to get these up to like 55,000, 60,000, and then I start taking a couple of $1,000s at a time. I just qualified this other account today, this PA account. So I now have 3 PA accounts, just trading 1 or 2 contracts, and made $7,500 in the last 7 days using our techniques, guys and girls. Anybody who has followed our rules probably has followed me on our trades, and they're probably about the same point. People send me money all the time from Apex saying that they have taken money out of these accounts. It can be done. It's not difficult, okay? No, Joseph Bell. It means you only have to open an account with $50. That's how much it costs to open up one of these proprietary trading accounts, okay?
No.
Now that I have 3, Steve, I will copy trade 2 of them. I never want to copy trade all of my accounts in case, God forbid, a tweet comes out of something and it runs through your stop order and you blew up all your accounts. What Steve's saying is you can have multiple accounts and hook them together, okay? So you can have up to 20 accounts, I think, on Apex and 5 accounts on Top Step. So think about this, man. If you have 10 accounts on Apex and you make $200 a day, you're making $2,000 a day because you have it multiplied by 10. Boom. Okay. Well, Caleb, once you have done very, very well, after a certain amount of time, they will move you up to a live trading account. Yes, where you're trading against the exchange now, no more simulated money. Yep, which is where you want to be because they give you a lot more leverage. Okay. Does everybody in the room who knew nothing about futures, do you have a little sense of what it is right now? We can open up an account with 50 bucks, okay, using our trading techniques to open it up, right? You got to hit some goals, and we talk more about it on Thursday nights once you bought the course. And there is, guys and girls, how about this? There is a 3-hour futures presentation in our course. Check it out. 3 hours that explains this in great detail. It is narrated by Kevin. It is spectacular. It shows you how to open up your accounts. It shows you how to use bracket orders in the accounts. It shows you how to use all our technical. Our course is worth, that alone is worth 10 times more than we charge for our course. Okay, Jose? Well, Jose, the only reason I use 2 contracts is because I have a lot of beginning traders, right? Or struggling traders, and that's where I want them to start. Look, once you start doing well and you're following all the rules, do 5 contracts. Apex, we can do 10 contracts at a time. Think about this, guys. If I did 10 contracts in Apex, every time this moves a point, I'm making $500. If I make 5 points, I made $2,500 on that trade. 5 points, 10 contracts, $2,500 on one trade. So once you get a little handle on it, yeah, you start doing more contracts, right? The demo duration could be as long as it takes, Basil, for you to get to these goals. And if you blow up the account, guys and girls, it costs you another 50 bucks to open up another one. That's why we love this so much and why we want people to get involved in it. I still love trading stocks. I trade stocks all day long. We have 10 hours of trading stocks and 7 hours of options in our course. It's everything, guys and girls. Yes, with Apex, you can't make more than 30% of your total profit in any one day, Matthew. So in other words, let's say I did this trade and I made $3,000 and it was my first day. I'm not going to be able to take money out of that account until my total is $9,000. Okay. So you can't make more than 30% of it in any one day. They want you to be consistent. So if you do happen to make $3,000 one day, that's fine. You just can't take any money out until you get that to $9,000. So it doesn't go away. They don't close your account or anything like that. Yes, this is being recorded, Alexis. It will be available by the weekend. Yep, it'll be on our website by the weekend. 100%. Okay, let me get back to a couple more rules, and then I want to talk to you guys about a little technical analysis. I'm pretty sure I'm getting all the questions as we're going, Matt, pretty well.
You're doing pretty good.
Yes?
Doing great, yeah.
All right, cool beans. All right. Another rule that I want to talk about, guys and girls. How many people have had a really good winning day in the morning and ended up losing money? Give me some ones. Besides everybody, including myself. First of all, it's the worst feeling in the world, right, everybody? It is the worst feeling in the world. I can't believe I did that, right? All right. I will never repeat, never turn a winning day into a losing day. When you're trading futures, when you hit your goal, you can lock yourselves out of the account. When you're trading stocks, when you hit your goal, stop trading. Okay? How many people are staring at their P&L every single minute when they get into a trade? Give me some ones. Everybody. I highly recommend not looking at your P&L when you're in a trade. How does that sound? Don't look. Why? I have my stop loss and I have my profit targets, right? Why do I have to look? You don't have to look at your P&L. Trade. I know if I'm getting stopped out, I'm not doing so great. If I have 3 stop outs, max loss stop outs in one day, I'm done trading. I'm not going to blow up an account. I'm moving on. I am done. That's it. Okay? But when I'm trading in the morning, and look, guys, our day is broken down into 2 very different time frames, right? We're usually busy for the first hour, hour and a half of the day, and then we're dead till 2 o'clock, whatever, 1:30, 2 o'clock. We do not trade during lunch unless I'm in a trend trade. So from whenever that is, 11:45 to 1 o'clock, we're gone. I am not trading. I don't leave any orders out. Okay? Coop, then you're probably not giving your trades enough room. okay? Or you're not getting in at the right places.
I think so. Davey, how many? So if you're trading the ES or the MES, what is an appropriate amount of a stop order for those two trades, David? Tell me.
Generally speaking, okay, I'm probably going to use the ATR again, but generally speaking, I do not risk more than 5 points when I'm trading the ESs.
How much
That's
are you?
it. If I'm wrong by 5 points, I do one contract. That's $250. I do two contracts. That's $500. Okay.
Okay.
Generally speaking, that is my stop loss. If I'm trading the NQs, which I very rarely do, guys, because it's much more volatile, that is the big ones. No, points are points. Points are not a percent, K. Points are just points. When we trade this, we make $50 per point, no percent. Don't think of it in terms of percentage.
Hey, so Coop, when you get stopped out too early, how many points are you putting in your stop order, kid? Because you kept saying you get stopped out. One, I think. Oh yeah.
Two. You're gonna get stopped out of 80%, 90% of your trades if you're using a 2-point stop.
Okay,
that's
so
the bottom line.
Use a 5-point stop going forward.
You gotta give it more room. Generally speaking, when I'm trading the ESs or the MESs, and guys, the reason I'm spending so much time on the futures is I want everybody to do this. Okay, even if you have a stock trading account, I want everyone to do this. And again, we have in the course, futures is 3.5 hours, and it is a focus, but we focus on stocks also. We have 7 hours of option training. 7 hours of options trading in the course, okay? For you option freaks out there. We talk about Fibonacci's, bracket, everything. I mean, there's nothing in that course that there isn't there. We're going to talk about it in a little bit, folks. Take a chill pill for a couple minutes, okay? Great question, Alonzo. How many trades do I execute in a day? As many as set up for me technically that fit my trading criteria. How about this? There's been days where I've had 15 trades. There's been days where I've had 0 trades. Imagine sitting around for 6.5 hours a day and not getting a trade. Never trade out of boredom. Everybody here does that. That's struggling, right? Give me some ones. There's nothing going on. You're bored, but you have to be in a trade. Give me some ones, guys. And I guarantee those trades never work out well unless you get lucky, right? Unless you get lucky. Okay? Yeah. I'm going to Jose in a couple of minutes. I just showed you a beautiful setup in Tesla. I'll show you a couple more. I got one more rule I want to talk about. Okay.
Yeah, about the amount of money you plan, your target amount for the day.
Yes. All right. So if you're beginning trading and you're trading futures and you've never traded them before, I would shoot for $200 a day. Beautiful. It'll take you 10 days to qualify your account. Okay. If you're trading stocks, it's totally going to depend on the amount of shares that you're trading. If I'm a 100-share trader and I have 3 good trades in a day and I make $300, that's it. That's what I want to do. Okay. I make $1, $1, $1, $300 is my goal. If you're trading 500 shares, okay, then $1,000 or $1,500 is your goal. So it totally depends on the amount of shares that you're trading as to what your profit goal should be, or the amount of contracts that you're trading if you're trading futures. If I'm trading 1 contract, hey, $100 is a good day. If I'm trading 2 contracts, $200 to $300 is a good day. If I'm trading 5 contracts, $300 to $600 is a good day. So it totally depends on the amount of stock, options, or futures that we are trading. All right. So I slide my P&L over about 11 o'clock. Okay. I look at my P&L. Guess what? If my goal that day was to make $200 and I made $200, I leave. No more trading. That's it. Don't do one more trade. And if you lose 20%, that's it. You're not going to trust yourself. You're not going to trust yourself to do that. We don't. Okay. You don't. If you get hit or get near your goal, whatever that is that you set for yourself, stop trading. I can't tell you how many times, sometimes in the pre-market, guys and girls, before the market opens, we have some good trades set up and we're done trading for the day. I'm in the private trading room all day, most days, so I can't leave, but I make my other traders leave. When they private message me, Dave, I'm done. Okay. I hit my goal and it's 8:30. I hit my goal and it's 10 o'clock. Pete, what's the most precious commodity in the world?
Time, time, time. Things I must earn.
That's it. Get out of here. Go do something else. Go do something else. Yeah, if you're losing money, Nathan, and you get it back to break, Zach, or whoever that was, and you get back to break even, that's a win in my book.
Trade.
Okay? That's a win in my book. Okay. Jose, how about letting our winners ride? Depends on what kind of trade I'm in. But I'm going to let the second part of my trade ride for more than that quick 1 or 2 points, for more than that 50 cents. Okay. We're going to teach you how to do that. Right. I will never turn a winning day into a losing day. Ever, 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 ever. Period.
What does that
if I
mean?
hit my goal, I'm done. That's it. I don't care. And one of the big problems we have as traders, guys and girls, is FOMO, right? We're afraid we're going to miss the next big thing. I could give two you-know-whats once I've hit my goal without missing anything else. Don't care, right? I mean, think about this. If I'm up $200 and I keep trading and I'm down $200, I just lost $400. I mean, that adds up to a lot of money. Think about this, guys and girls, okay? Let's say you only make $200 a day.
Revenge trading.
Yeah, you can't do it, Zach. These are, guys, these little things I'm talking about right now, these are why traders fail. Not because of the chart that you're seeing over there. Traders do not fail because of the chart, okay? They fail because they don't follow the rules, period. That's why they fail. Greed, fear, not following your stops, averaging into trades, not taking profit when you should. That's how traders fail. And all traders make the same mistakes. It's not different, guys and girls. They all make the same mistakes. All of them, right? I don't know how many people, if they made $200 a day, which is $50,000 a year, how many people buy a one that would change their lives a little bit? Give me a one. A lot, right? A lot.
Yeah.
Right? $100 a day is $25,000 a year. They're talking about a lot of money, right? And if you're just starting out, that's what you shoot for, especially with these futures accounts. That's what you shoot for. If you have more experience, fine, then you can go could be a little higher, right? But I mean, make $400 a day. That's $100,000 a year. It's a lot of money, man.
Let's jump in a second.
I'm going to let you talk for a minute, Pete, because I got to use the boys' room. And you can go over all the rules for everybody.
Gotcha.
We see all these people on futures accounts or even in stock trading accounts that are showing these massive numbers up there, right? Give me some ones. Everybody see Top Step, Apex. I'm up 300,000 or 200,000 or 500,000. I made 200,000 in this stock. I made 400,000 in this stock, right? Everybody sees that on TikTok or wherever else that you go to. For every person that's posting that, number one, if you can believe it, that's number one, right? And number two, there are 1,000 people losing money. For every person that you see that is putting those numbers up there. 90% of people who try to do this fail, guys and girls, and it ain't because of the charts. It ain't because of technical analysis. It is 150% because they don't follow rules, period. That's it. That is the reason why people fail in this business. And I don't care what you're trading, okay? If I have 3 maximum loss trades in one day, bye, I'm done. And if I hit my target price, I am done. That's it. There's no other rules that I follow. We're going to talk about technical analysis in a couple of minutes. I'm going to give Pete the platform because I know he is itching here. I can see it in his face. He's itching to jump in here for a couple of minutes.
Okay.
Do you guys trade at specific windows like London, New York, and Asia? Most days, Basil, I usually start our day at about 7:30, and we're done at the 4 o'clock session. There are times, guys, if we're trading futures and there's news out and stuff, futures, guys, so you know, look what just happened in the futures, guys. Check this out. Okay?
Sold off hard.
This is happening right now in real time. Yeah, North Trades is a great trader. We know him very well. But he also trades huge size to make that kind of money. Think about that. When you're making those kind of, not a lot of people have that money to do that, right?
Guys did not start trading that way, nor was.
Of course not.
So when he came and he stood outside the stock exchange, waited 2 years to meet me. He was not making money. Then he started to trade, got cocky, and lost it all. It wasn't until he learned the disciplines of this game until he now and he's making a big sum of money. He's already giving back to the community, teaching people how to do it. And look, and me and Dave were part of his mentorships, right? The guy is following the rules. He's doing everything that we're teaching him, and that's why he's making the money he's making.
Yeah, look at this, guys and girls. The futures just went down 20 points.
Yeah, somebody knew that.
So I'm looking at my technicals now, guys and girls, Matt and everybody else. Okay. So I'm going to just talk about one technical. Yeah, Shalimar. It's easy to learn. It's not difficult, right? So we just spiked down 20 points. So I have a pivot point, which we use as technical analysis, which I'll talk more about in a couple of minutes. And then I have my previous week low. This is my previous week low in my chart. These are technical levels where I would look to buy this if it keeps going down now. Pivot point is usually a pretty good spot. And then a previous week low is usually a pretty good spot also. Pete, you go for a couple of minutes. I'm going to use the boys' room. Guys, then we're going to get to some technical analysis. Okay, so don't anyone go anywhere yet. Bear with us. All right? Go ahead, Pete.
Listen, I'm going to give you the whole lowdown here. We just kind of lay out what David just explained to you, okay? We've got 5 or 6 rules that are really important. Rule number 1 is have a target amount of money you want to make in your day. If you're a 100-share trader, $100. 200-share traders, $200. 1,000-share traders, $1,000. When you hit your goal, and don't trade to hit your goal, but keep your P&L on the side. But if you get near your goal, turn the machine off. That's the best it's going to do. Otherwise, you're going to overtrade. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to think you got diamond hands, and you're going to give back your money. So number 1 rule, have a target amount. When you hit your target, turn the machine off. Number 2, have a stop order on every trade. What does that mean? If I buy 100 shares at $50, I have a stop order in at 49.5, 1%, or the average true range. I have a stop order at 49.5. If the market goes against me for whatever reason, I could be in the trade for all the right reasons. Donald Trump puts out a tweet, right? And the stock goes down like it just did. I would have been blown up. I would have gotten stopped out. But all I would have lost was my $50. If I don't have a stop order, I would have lost way more than that. If I am in a trade and I buy 100 shares at 50, I have a stop order at 49.5, it goes against me, I lost $50. I go on to the next trade. There's always another trade. If it goes up to 50.5, I sell half my position. I move my stop order up to break even. I now made 50 cents and I cannot lose money on that trade. That is the greatest feeling in the world, to build confidence. You made money and you can't lose money on the trade. If it goes higher, it goes to $51. Use my example. And I sell 25% more of my trade. I move my stop up to lock in a $0.50 profit. I just made $1, made 50 cents on half my order, 25 cents on 25% of my order, and now I'm locking in a 50% profit. That's the greatest thing in the world. That is what's going to make you a good trader. That kind of thing is going to entice you to want to follow the rules, okay? Then you never want to turn a winning day into a losing day. If you are in there and you hit your limit, turn the machine off. If you overtrade, right? Or if you don't take a profit, the stock goes from 50 to 53 and you don't sell anything because some idiot on the internet told you it's going to 55 or it's going to the moon, right? You go get a coffee and you come back and it's trading at 48 and you had no stop order. What are you going to do? You're going to buy more. If you're averaging into a trade, you're in a bad trade. And it goes to 46, you're going to buy more. 44, you're going to buy more. You're going to blow up your trading account. Never turn a winning day into a losing day. If you hit your limit, turn the machine off and go home. Otherwise, you will overtrade. You need to know when to stop trading, when you're making money and when you're losing money. If you're in a trade and you have a loss of $50, 3 maximum losses. You lose 50, 50, 50, turn the machine off and go home. You are having a bad day. Doesn't make you a loser. Doesn't make you a bad trader. Just means you're having a bad day. You're in a bad stock. It doesn't matter why. It just matters that you turn the machine off, because the alternative is to revenge trade. I got to get my money back, and you overtrade and you double your size. The next thing you know, you went from down 150 and you're down $4,000. We have traders who come to us who said, how you doing? Oh, I'm batting about 80%. So you must be making money. No, I had 4 winners, $100. And my 5th trade, I lost $4,000. So I'm down. It's not guaranteed recipe for winning. If you're batting 70%, it just doesn't work that day. Have a target amount of money you want to make. When you hit that target, turn the machine off. Have a stop order on every trade you do. Okay, if you get stopped out, never move your stop order. If the stock starts going down near your stop order and you start itching and you want to move it because you don't want to accept a loss, Never do that. Moving a stop order will increase the loss of $50 to a loss of $80 or a loss of 100. Why would I want to lose 100 if I could have only lost 50 and moved on to the next trade? It makes no sense, but trust me, we've been doing this for decades. It's what people friggin' do. There are two kind of gamblers. One guy who goes to Vegas, he's got $1,000. He's with his family. He has a plan. I got $1,000 at the roulette table. When I make 1,000 or blackjack, it doesn't matter. If I make 1,000, I'm closing out my cards. I'm going to see Celine Dion, whatever her name is, go get a steak at Ruth Chris, and I'm going to go see a show and go back to our room. That is a disciplined trader, disciplined gambler. An undisciplined bad trader is somebody who goes with that same 1,000. He does not have a plan. He's up 1,000. He's up 2,000. He's up 3,000. He thinks he's got diamond hands. He starts putting all his cards in. He doubles up the blackjack. Next thing you know, he's down 2 grand, 4 grand, out grand, 8 grand. He's been to the ATM machine 4 times. He's sitting out on the curb drinking Hennessy and smoking Lucky Strikes because he just lost his rent money. Those are the two kinds of traders. A disciplined trader with a plan and an undisciplined trader with no plan. You can make $50, $50 a day, 800 by the end of the week, 2,000 by the end of the month, and you're going to make 25 at the end. Or you're going to be up 300 and down 4,000, up 500, down 3 grand. That is not a sustainable trading strategy. Hype, hope, FOMO, and listening to Uncle Herbie on the internet are not sustainable strategies. Dave's strategy is sustainable. Have a stop order on every trade. Have a plan when you get into the trade. Don't turn a winning day into a losing day. Don't turn a winning trade into a losing trade. Know when to stop when you're making money. Know when to stop when you're losing money. And that's it. Just follow those rules. If you follow those 5 things I just laid out to you, which is just what Dave explained to you, okay, tomorrow morning when you go out, if you never hear from us again, if you do not buy our course and do not come to the boot camp, you will be a 50% better trader by just following those rules. This free live webinar will have been worth the money to you. And you're going to think about it tomorrow. I should have listened to Dave and Pete. I didn't. Or the few of you who do listen are going to go, this isn't so hard. All I had to do, I was sitting there trying to hit a home run, but I just hit 2 singles and a double. I walked away with $300. I hope I can do it again tomorrow. It's a beautiful friggin' day.
There we go, guys and girls.
It's your game.
All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about technical analysis, okay? First, I want to talk about this. How many people in this room have followed a signal service? Give me some ones. Okay, only a cup. And how have those worked out, guys? Are they good? Making money? Not making money? Andrew found a good one.
Not all the time. No. Neil is.
Yeah, we don't believe in that, guys and girls. Okay, not something I believe in. The reason I don't like signal services is because they 90% of the time don't have any skin in the game. And how easy is it to post buy Tesla above 220 and short it below 200? Right? Most signal services do not have skin in the game. Okay. When I'm trading with my traders in the private trading room, every trade I do is live in real time with real money. Every single trade. And I just don't think that people should be giving advice if they're not doing it. Right? How about this? Anyone ever sign up for an automated trading system? Anyone? No such things exists in my mind. I'll tell you why, right? And I see them all the time. $49.99, guaranteed to make money. Please. Do you think if anyone had an automated trading system that actually worked, they would be selling it on the internet? Yes or no? No way, no how. And you know why a lot of people fail at this, guys? They don't want to put in the work.
Yeah.
And that's why they want people to just tell them what to do. And most of the people out there who are telling you what to do could give 2 shits about your P&L or whether you make money or not. That's not why me and Peter are in business. And when we get to the price of our course, you'll realize that, guys. People can buy our course for $50 a month on a payment plan. How many people in this room have spent money on education? And tell me how much. Tell me. $250. You got off cheap, Shalimar. thousands, 3,500, $50,000. Yeah.
Nathan Cooper.
Oh my God, guys and girls. I mean, we see it every time we have one of these webinars. We see this every single time, right? It makes me sick. It really does. It just does. All right, let's talk about a little technical analysis, then we'll get into the course. All right. All right, guys and girls, I'm going to share all the technicals that we use. Okay. Roman or Matt's going to type in all of the technical analysis that we use. I'm going to go over it with you guys. I mean, we could be here for 5 hours. I'm going to give you a little taste. Okay. So we use moving averages. Okay. We use pivot points. We use VWAP. We use RSI. We have our previous day high, low, and close, and our previous week high, low, and close. This is one button in our course that puts it all in your charts. One button gets all this set up for you. Okay. I don't use level 2, Mike, to trade. It used to be important. I don't think it's important anymore. Sometimes I'll see some gigantic orders when I'm trading futures, and maybe it'll sway me a little bit. But what I found, guys and girls, is that a lot of times when you see those big orders, Mike, they're BS, just trying to move it one way or the other. Some of my people use order flow, not against it, Jose, at all. Use it if it's helping you. Here's the thing about our technical analysis. I have no ego, guys and girls. I want all my traders to make money, period. Okay? I want all, yeah, we have the previous day high and low. That's in there. I want all my traders to make money. You have something that works. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to journal the trades using that. Come back to me. Come back to me when you have 100 trades and say, Dave, I have a 75% hit rate using this technical. I'm in. I am in. Okay? And these have changed over the years, of course, because things change as the market changes, right? But there ain't no ego in our room. There ain't no ego in Wall Street Global Trading Academy. Find something that works. Boom, I'll do it. Yes, Max, it's for options too. Yes. You could trade options in stocks, even in futures when they hit our levels, either buying puts or selling call or buying calls. Absolutely, Max. And we get into very advanced options. We get into the wheel strategy. We get into selling covered calls. All that stuff. If you want options, we got 7 hours of it, Max. 7 hours. Yeah. Okay. So here's my moving averages laid out on my chart. My 9 EMA, my 15, my 30, my 65, my 200. When I'm looking at a chart, guys and girls, and my moving averages are all above where a stock is trading, okay, those are potential spots to short. For those of you who don't even know what shorting is, okay, we can buy a stock. If it goes up, we make money. Or we can short a stock, and if it goes down, we make money. You must learn how to short if you're going to trade. Otherwise, you're missing half of your trading opportunities. Do not be afraid of shorting. We're going to have stop orders in every trade we do. A lot of people, this is a 5-minute chart you're looking at, DeAndre. A lot of people are afraid of shorting because your loss is unlimited. No, it's not. Your loss is your stop order, like any other trade that you do. Okay? So when a stock is below all of our moving averages, I'm looking for places when it rallies up to possibly short the stock. When the stock is, when we have technicals below where our moving average is traded, a pivot point, a previous week low, then I'm looking to buy. So when things are going, to put it very simple, guys, when things go down, I'm looking for a technical to tell me to buy. And when things go up, I'm looking for a technical to tell me to short. That's it in a nutshell. Okay? It's more complicated than that because things have to move a certain amount before the criteria for that trade is met, which we're going to teach you all of that. But all we're doing, technical analysis is support and resistance. That's all it is. Stocks are going to go up, down, sideways. It's the only 3 things they can do. And we have a trading technique for all of those things. If stock goes sideways and it breaks down, I want to get short. If stock goes sideways and it breaks up, I want to get long. If it pulls down to one of my technicals, I want to get long. If it rallies up to one of my technicals, I want to get short. It's not that difficult. It just takes time to learn. Quite frankly, guys and girls, and especially for our beginning traders here, this is the easier part of trading to learn. You'll learn it. It'll take some time, but you will learn it. So it's not like when you got the Tesla before, right? Our most strongest moving average is our 200 EMA. I'm going to make a trade every single time it hits my 200 EMA, but only the first time it hits it. When it hits it the second time, I'm not going to make the trade. This is another beautiful setup that we had in Tesla. Okay. No, absolutely not for swing trading. Absolutely not. No. Alonzo, I'm getting into a trade looking to make a couple of bucks. I'm getting into a futures trade looking to make a few points. Absolutely. This is scalping. Unless we're in a trend trade, this is scalping. It is not swing trading. It is not. No, sometimes EMAs are very quick moving, very quick. They can move to our EMAs in seconds. We're still going to use our technical, Shalimar. I'm going to show you 3 trades in Tesla that work today. One trade that we love to look for is what we call a far from moving average trade. When it hits a 200 EMA going down, you go long. Cardio. All these technicals on the way down were longs. And if you look here, we hit our 30 EMA, we bounced. We hit our 65 EMA, we bounced. We hit our 200 EMA, we bounced. All these technicals gave you a trade. Nope. Nope, Jose. Absolutely not. No, for day trading. Okay. Trading View, I'm not sure if it has pivot points or not. I will find out for you. Yeah, guys, I don't know when I get into a trade, okay? I have no idea whether that trade's going to work or not, right? I don't know. I don't know. But I know when I get into a trade, the odds are in my favor of that trade working by using my technical analysis. And that's all we can do. I'm putting the odds in my favor of the trade working, okay? When it goes down, Cardia, and hits one of our technicals, we go long. When it goes up and gets over an 80 RSI, right? We use relative strength, so I'm going to explain that for a minute. Once we get over an 80 RSI in a stock or a future, it is telling us that it is overbought. It's gone up too far, too fast, and we're likely to get a pullback from there to go down. And if you look right here, guys, at 1150, this is my relative strength down here. Okay, give me some ones. Everybody can see this right here and this little red part of it when it got over 80. Everybody see this? Okay. That's telling me that the stock has gone up too far, too fast. And look what happened when we got that 80 RSI. This stock went from a high of 328 right down to our support level at 326. We are going to short this stock now because it's gone up too far, too fast. It gave us $1 and a $2 trade. The reason I like 2080, Zach, it's a little more conservative. That's all. It's a little more conservative. Always use the 5-minute for overbought or oversold. Okay? 5-minute for overbought or oversold. VWAP is volume weighted average price. To be honest with you, if we didn't have it in our charts, it wouldn't make much of a difference. But sometimes we use it if something moves far enough to get there technically.
It used to be utilized when we were trading institutional money back in the old days on the floor. You would be given an order and the customer would say to you, try and beat the VWAP. Try and beat the average price. That's how you got order flow, by promising the customer to beat the average price. Right now, in the of other support and resistance, perhaps you could use it, but we have much more significant support and resistance like EMAs, pivot points, and RSI and double bottom, double tops. That are way more significant support and resistance indicators than the VWAP. So the VWAP's not that valuable at all.
Yeah, if we look at Apple today, guys and girls, okay?
No, Shalimar.
We had a previous day low of 195.20. 9:30, it hit 195.20. Okay? Do I know if it's going to stop there or not? No. Do I know that I have a technical reason to buy it? Yes. Did it stop there, guys and girls? You guys tell me. Did Apple stop at this technical level? Yes or no? Did it stop going down? Yeah, it went 20 cents below it. That's nothing.
It's a $400 stock. That's insignificant.
That's nothing. Okay, would it have stopped us out? Absolutely not. No, you wouldn't have.
No.
195.20 was our level. It went 14 cents below that. How do you get wicked out, Zach? I'm going to have $1 stop in that. Stock. Right? I'm going to have $1 stop. It went 14 cents below us. Okay. And then from that 195.20, it hit our resistance at, from the whatever this was, 195.20, it got up to our resistance at about 197.
Alonzo, if you feel like it helps you, then go ahead and use it.
Yeah, of course.
Look, we're not telling you what to do. We're telling you what works for our kind of trading. If you find value in the BWAP and it's making you money, gesundheit, hate, have a nice day, use it. But it's not what we find significant. That's all. We're not judging.
Yeah, I want to show you guys what we call a trend trade today. Absolutely spectacular. Check this out, right? Yes, they are, Georgi. Absolutely. So this is Coinbase today, right? Yeah, and CRCL. Check this out. This is Chuck Schwab Interactive Brokers Think or Swim, this chart, Basil. Think or swim, okay? And again, keep in mind, guys, show you how to do all this stuff. To open up an account on Think or Swim does not cost any money. Zero. Just have to request live trading. Okay, let's look at this coin for a minute today. Coin spiked up out of the gate and spent the rest of the day going up all day, right? So when we see this happen, we want to try to get into this trend. We can see the stock is trending up, right? So one of our setups is what we call a trend trade. And when you get into a trend trade, I want to make multiple dollars. So when this pulled back to our 9 EMA, and this was at 12 o'clock. So when I'm in a trend, I want it to pull back to my 9 EMA and my 15 EMA. Those are the two EMAs we use to enter a trend trade. We hit the trend, guys and girls, at 12:30 at $279 right here. That's a buy at $279. I will not sell all of my stock in this until it breaks the trend. I am staying in this from $279. Here it broke the trend, got below my 15 EMA at $292. I am holding a portion of this trade for a $14 trade. $14. When we get into a trend trade, I'm going to hold a portion of, and I'll take some profits. Let's say I bought 100 shares. Okay. I'll sell 25 shares for $2, 25 shares for $4. I'm holding that last 50 shares until it breaks the trend. We teach you how to do this. So on that last 50 shares, I'm making $14 on this trend trade. That's $700. This is a trend trade. Trend trades are going to be the most profitable trades that we do. I'm going to stay in a trend trade all day. Look at CRCL. Beautiful example today. Check this out.
A brand new stock. It was IPO'd last week.
This was an IPO from last week, guys and girls, at $35.
Okay? Yep.
It's now trading at $216 it went to today. But look at this.
Look at that
this
trend.
Is an incredible trend. Check this out. Okay, at 12 o'clock, we hit the trend at $171. $171. Okay. It did not break our 15, even, let's see, didn't break our 15 EMA by $1 here, right? Didn't break. It could have even gotten in the trend again at 255 at 185. I am holding some of this stock till the end of the day, guys, when the bell rings at 4 o'clock. Here's what I'm getting out of my stock. From 171, it was $200. $200. 29 points. We love trend trades when we can find them. Those are the ones we're going to make the absolute most money on. If you happen to get into a trend trade, right? Even here at 2 o'clock, it hit on 9 EMA at 186, or 15 EMA at 185.50, and that gave you 20 points. My goodness. Insane.
So listen, guys, listen. Each one of David's trades.
This is one of our setups that we teach you how to do.
Exactly.
So we've seen a regular moving average trade. We've seen a far from moving average trade. And now we've seen a trend trade. All three of these. Insane, man.
We focus on stocks that have a minimum of a million share volume in the day. That's what we focus on. They may be
Mike, we're focusing on the big ones. The big ones. The ones that have shitloads of volume. Yes. We have our own market screeners, Arunj. These are my market screeners. We built this. This is a code that we built in. It shows us when stocks are in trends. It shows us when stocks are too far away from our closest moving average. It shows us uptrends, and it shows us downtrends. That's what this scanner shows us.
And that's what you get in the course.
Yeah, we
Let's
built it.
a little bit.
Everything comes in the course, guys and girls, which I'm going to talk about now. Okay. We're going to talk about the course now. Okay. Here's our course. We have two options. And I know you guys have spent a shitload of money on courses. You're not going to spend a shitload of money on our course, and we give you a money back guarantee. Period. You don't like our course, we give you your money back within 30 days. And it's on sale today for 10% off. Okay. So here it is. Our regular course, okay, is $499. It is a one-time payment. You never have to give us another dime. It comes with lifetime mentorship. And we have a payment plan where you can get it for $50 a month. Guaranteed this will be the last trading course you ever have to buy, okay?
Yeah.
Or we give you your money back. Me and Peter do not make money selling this course. I can tell you that right now. We have priced it so cheaply. I think, what do we make? $8 a course? It's negligible. We are not doing this to make money.
We do it because it's accessible, affordable, and fun. It's got a money-back guarantee. It's got a payment plan, okay? It comes with coaching and mentoring every Thursday night with me and Dave, not some robot. We're live with you on Thursday nights talking about your wins, your losses, whatever's going on with you. And this is an amazing opportunity. This is one shot. This is it.
Yeah, and trust me, guys and girls, I make a shitload more trading than I do selling a course. People ask me that, oh, why are you selling a course? We have a lot of people that we have to take care of, so we have to charge something. This includes the entire course, guys and girls, and lifetime mentorship, okay? That's it. Roman, in a couple of minutes, will walk you through exactly how to sign up, how to get the discount if you're interested, and how to get the payment plan if that's what you need.
You know what? Let me jump in once just to give you guys a quick rundown. So the course, Dave and I made this course back in the beginning of COVID, right? We knew that there were all these new traders and nobody was teaching how to trade the market. They were just giving you access to the market. It's 21 videos, 21 hours plus 400 hours of archives. That is every Q&A that we've had for the last 4.5 years. Every question asked by a student, every answer done by me and Dave is in the archives, sorted by subject matter. You're at home studying the course. You have a question, I guarantee you'll be able to find the answer in the archives. 21 videos, 21 hours, 400 hours of archival. Coaching and mentoring live every Thursday night. $499. You can break it down on a monthly through Klarna, through payment systems that we offer on this plan. Okay? 30 days, you don't like it, you get your money back. There's also a boot camp, which is spending a week with David.
I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about that in a minute, Pete. Yeah. Is this course for beginners? Folk, if you don't know the difference between a stock and a clock, it is good for you, okay? We start at the absolute beginning of the course with the language of the stock market. We talk a little history, me and Pete. We talk about the language of the stock market. What's a bid? What's a bid? What's an offer? It starts with that. And you can do this at your own pace, guys and girls. Do a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit here. You have the course forever. You never have to give us another dime, period. That's it.
Somebody will help you set up your charts for you. So you have psychology of trading, language of the stock market, the 5 technical analysis trades. Roman will help you set up your charts so they look just like Dave's. There's no other VIP concierge service that will coach and mentor you and help you set up your charts like us in the business. Nobody with as many years of trading experience as me and Dave in the business. Nobody with coaching and mentoring in the business like me and Dave. There's nothing better. And it's got, the sections are done in order. You get out of it what you put into it. You can't put the thing under your pillow, wake up tomorrow morning, you're going to be a trader. It's not how it works. Put in the work. You will learn how to become a trader, a successful trader.
Jose, we don't care about fundamentals. We are not. This is just for day trading. That's it. We do swing trading. Okay. I can talk all day long about long-term trading also. So if you become part of us, I'll answer any question that you want about all that stuff also. And what we do for trading, fundamentals don't mean a damn thing to us. Damn thing. Don't care. I'm a beginner. I'm halfway through it. Here we go. I like this. It's very easy to follow. And I've paid up to $4,000 for courses in the past. Yeah, this one inspires with actions. Yep.
Thank you, Trace.
Michelle, the only reason it's harder in the summer is because there's no volume. It's summertime, man. They're all out in the Hamptons. There's just not a lot of volume now. Doesn't mean we can't get volatility, which we do all the time. But I tell my traders all day long in the private trading room, guys, go do something better. I mean, it's summertime. This is the way it's going to be. Okay. All right, guys, here's our second option. Okay. It costs a little bit more. It is $699. Again, same payment plans and everything. For the extra $200, guys and girls, that includes our live boot camp, where we go over the entire course live in real time for 40 hours. Everything is done live. Go over the entire course. And the only reason we charge more for this, guys and girls, is because I pay people to help me for the week. That's the only reason we charge a little more, because I have experts that come in that help me. I have Scotty, I have Ken, I have Kevin. Ken's going to give you 7 hours of live options trading. Ken's going to give you Fibonacci lessons. Ken's going to give you bracket order lessons. Ken's going to give you psychology lessons. All of that. Kevin's going to do 7 hours of options and 4 hours of
future.
Oh, you did some private with it. We're going to do the futures, guys. If you don't understand futures, 4 hours live in real time. 4 hours live in real time. We're going to do futures. Okay. That's why we charge the extra $200. You can still get the payment plan and everything. Everything stays the same. It's just you get that live boot camp. Our next boot camp happens to be on Monday coming up. Now, what I suggest, okay, what do you mean the course is live? When we do the boot camp, Maria, you're going to get a link to come into the private trading room, and we're going to go over the entire course live for an entire week. So you'll get sent a link. You just hit that link. It'll put you in the room with us, and we go over the entire course live.
Maria, we have many Spanish-speaking people in the class. Look, the bottom line is, if you buy the course and not the boot camp and you speak Spanish, you should be able to make it happen. There are many Spanish-speaking people in our academy. Boot camp is a little different. If you can't follow it, that may be a little harder for you.
Now, guys, next week is our boot camp, okay? This is my strong suggestion, especially to beginning traders who are considering joining us. Don't do the boot camp next week. Just do the $499. You can always upgrade for the $200 and get into boot camp next month. We do it every single month. Usually it's the last week of the month. So I don't want you, if you're a beginning trader, okay, or struggling trader, to run into next week boot camp. Just sign up for tier 1. Use the payment plan. It'll cost you $50 a month. If you feel that you're ready for the boot camp, ready to jump in, fine. Then sign up for tier 2 and you'll be with us on Monday, okay? But for those who are just beginning, I highly suggest having this in your pocket for a month. Come to every Thursday night session and then do the July boot camp, right? This way, you're not running into something that you're not really going to grasp. A lot of people just do the $499 with the payment plan. They wait a month. They come in. They pay the extra $200. Very, very simple, okay? Prop firm. It's Apex Trading. I think go Apex Funded Trader.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see. I'll show you right now. Hours for the boot camp, 8:30 to 4 o'clock every day. 8:30 to at least 4 o'clock every day.
And
Eastern
it is
Standard Time.
It is not recorded. It's proprietary. Dave does not.
Yes, Mike. If you bought the course previously and want the boot camp, it's just $200. That's it. Yes. Roman will tell you how to do that too, Mike. You can always upgrade to the boot camp. Yes. Okay, so let me show you the two websites here. It is apextradedfunding.com. And by the way, guys and girls, in the course, we walk you through this and how to actually open your account.
There's a 90-slide presentation on futures, guys.
Yeah, and we get discounts on these also. Oops, that's not it. That's my payment plan, but it's Apex Traded Funding.
That's the one. That's the logo.
There it is. Apex Trader Funding. There's your website. Okay, and we walk you through exactly how to open up an account. Boom chakalaka. And there's also Top Step. And topstep.com. Whatever your preferences. Either one. Oh, I forgot. Shit. We're also doing 10% off tonight, guys and girls.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. So $699 is $639 and $499 is $449. I forgot about that. Yeah, so we'll keep that up there through the weekend for the discounts. Yeah, send me an email, Lisa. Roman, post my email for everybody. Anyone has any questions about the course or anything else, I'm giving you my personal email. If you have questions about anything, send me an email. Okay. Matt, Roman, someone pop that up there, please.
So it's 21 hours, 21 videos, language of the stock market, psychology of trading, the 5 technical analysis trades, all the components that go into each one of the trades. Okay. Roman will help you set up your charts. Okay. Payment plan, money back guarantee, 10% off, 400 hours, probably more than that now, of archival content that's in the course. That's every question that's been asked in our Q&A every Thursday night for the last 5 years, and answered by me and Dave, sorted by subject. If you want to sit at home and study and learn how to be a trader, this is the course for you.
That's the thing, Kelly. I don't think we can use the payment plan outside of the United States.
Yeah, that's the only problem.
Yeah. But we can work something out for you, Kelly. We can break it up for you. Send me an email. All right, we'll work something out. Roman, are you here?
Yeah, they're there.
Hey, Dave. Yeah, of course.
All right, excellent. Pop up my email again. Roman, whoever, for the payment plans, I'm going to work something out with the people who don't get it. I'll email you, okay?
Of
For
course.
those specific people.
Go ahead, Basil. What's up? Oh,
we'll
you know
work something
what?
out.
All right. We are offering one more thing special tonight, that anybody who buys the course tonight only, you can come down and hang out with me for an opening bell on the floor of the stock exchange. Yeah. What's that, Peter? I'm telling you the truth, Dave. How do you end up, unfortunately though, Basil, there are no jobs really on the floor of the exchange anymore. It's kind of pretty thin. You have to be sponsored by a company. You can't really. So those days, unfortunately, are over. But if you buy the course tonight, I will invite you down for an opening bell. Maybe not this week, or but I would say within the next few months, or within 6 months, you will get a chance to come and hang out with me for an opening bell and hang out for a minute on the floor. I've offered that to everybody who's bought the course on these master classes. I would say a dozen of people have taken me up on it, and we've had a blast. So you get to come down, see an opening bell, stand right under the podium, under the bell, and hang out. We go up to see I have an art gallery on the 6th floor. So you'll have a blast, man.
Get the hell out of here. And
real
guys,
thing.
for those of you who don't end up being with us, that's cool, man. But take everything that we talked to you about tonight, at least the rules part of it, right? And we shared all of our technical analysis with you. So take something out of tonight. Roman is going to share his screen now, guys, and walk you through anyone who's having a problem purchasing it. You're welcome, Shalimar. He's going to walk you through. He'll show you how to do the payment plan, all that stuff. Guys, I'll just say this. If you want to learn how to trade, you have absolutely nothing to lose doing this. We've made it as affordable as we possibly can, and it's never going to change. People have told us, guys and girls, you're insane for charging this amount of money and offering what you do. I mean, just lifetime mentorship. It's not our bag. We want to help as many people as we possibly can. Peter loves this. I love this. I'm in my private trading room all day long. Honestly, I haven't had to work for the last 30 years, to be quite honest with you. And I'm still here every single day because I just love it. And I love teaching people. That's my thing, man. And when people send me emails and they show me money that they're taking out of these prop accounts and their trading accounts, that is worth more to me than anything else. And people tell us, and they've told Peter, and that we've changed their lives. People were driving tractor trailers and working for minimum wage and really struggling, and opened up some of these prop futures accounts, and it has changed their lives. We don't promise riches, guys and girls. That's not what we do.
No.
We won't even promise you that you're going to be successful at this, but we're going to put the odds in your favor if you follow everything that we're talking about.
And look, if you're 18 and you're going to college, just having taken this course getting a letter of like a recommendation from us, and being able to talk at an interview when you're going to college or you're going for your first job, that you know technical analysis, you know the lingo from Wall Street, you can talk intelligently to a college rep or to a job person or whatever that is. It will make a huge difference. Anybody, if you've been struggling retail trading and you're just not getting your feet in there and you're not making money and you're like not listening to rules and losing money every day, you're in we're the right place. Even if you've been doing this for a while and you're just getting your butt whooped for the last year, because it's a really hard market. We are one tweet away from crazy town. You can be in a trade for all the right reasons, and a tweet comes out from wherever, right? And suddenly the market's down 70 handles and you're like, you're eating crow. There's nothing you can do. We teach you how to discipline, consistency, and that's the bottom line here. Consistency and discipline will teach you how to make money in this market. You will get out of it whatever you put in it. And anyway, it's fun. We're a family. We all get together Thursday nights. You know, if you're at all interested in learning how to trade, or at least have this as an asset in your pocket wherever you go from here on, whether you're 18, 20, 30, 50, whatever, you're in the right place. So come and check it out. There's no downside. It's a money-back guarantee. There's a payment plan. There's 400 hours of archives sorted by subject. You're sitting there studying and you come to a place you don't know what to do. You email Dave or me, or you look it up in the archives and it's going to pop up answered by some other student. And there's no way better to learn. So it's out on the table for you to take. If you don't want to buy the course, we wish you the best. Take with you the 5 secrets of day trading that Dave and I laid out to you, right? Never turn a winning day into a losing day. Winning trade. Stop trading when you're losing money. Stop trading when you're making money. Have a stop order in every trade. If you do that tomorrow and you don't buy the course, you'll be a 50% better trader.
Oh, one other thing, guys and girls. Also, anyone who buys the course becomes part of our Twitter sphere. We do options or swing trades. You get an alert through Twitter. That's also included in the course. When we do swing trades every once in a while, and options trades, options trades for swing trades every once in a while, that's also included. So
I think you get an 8
part
by
of our
10.
Twitter sphere.
You get a signed 8 by 10 of Roman also, don't you?
You get a what?
A signed 8 by 10 of Roman.
I just paid for top tier. Tara's on the list. She just paid for top tier. She wants to visit the stock exchange.
Tara, it's a deal.
How did they get in touch with you for that, Pete?
So post my email, Roman. And Tara, the best way to do it is to why don't you privately, can you send me a message here, Tara, privately? I'll send you Tara, I'll send you my email, Tara. Look at your private message. Here, I'll give you my email. Email me and we'll arrange it. Where do you live, Tara?
Australia.
Well, I can't pay for your trip to the stock exchange, but I'll definitely.
Florida. It's a hop, skip, and a jump. I'm in Florida too, Tara. I'm in Boca Raton, Florida.
Here, Tara, I'm sending you my private email, so reach out and we'll make a date. Okay. Here.
Anyone else also, guys and girls?
There you go, Tara.
Tara, you work in Boca? Oh my goodness, you're my neighbor. Zach's in Parkland. You're 5 minutes away. Yowza, yowza, yowza. Okay. Even if you do the monthly pan cardia, Pete will give you a visit. You don't have to pay for the whole thing tonight. You still get a visit.
Yeah, you still get a visit.
Pembroke also.
Anybody who buys the course, you get a visit.
We have a lot of Floridians here, guys and girls. Good. Anyone who buys the course tonight, I'll buy you a drink. We'll have a cocktail hour somewhere. For those of us in Florida.
Hey, Zach, I just wrote down your Instagram art thing. I'll check it out tomorrow.
Boom chakalaka.
My pleasure.
All right. Roman's going to take over, guys and girls. If you have any questions, how do I contact for visit? Someone post Pete's email again.
Post my email. Who's asking me that? How do I hear?
Cardia.
My private email, Cardia here. There you go. My email's
David, 10% off, and Roman's going to walk you through how to do it right now.
All right, guys.
Mike, too. Boom. Hold on 1 minute, Roman. There's a lot of people that want to go meet Pete.
Okay, hold on. Okay, Cardia, you have my private email. Don't give it out to anybody, all right?
Who else? Mike B? Mike, you need pizza.
Wants it also. Okay, gotcha.
Mike B also.
Gotcha.
And AK. And Brittany. Well, we got to make sure you guys have bought the course.
Oh, all they're getting is my email, Dave. That's true. You guys got to buy the course. You're not even getting a tour of the floor without a course. at
So that
AOL.
means Shoshana and Basil and Mike B and Tracy.
So Shoshana, I told
and
Shoshana,
Zaka
I
and
told
Brittany and AK. You guys are all buying the course tonight?
you, if you Shoshana, I told you my mother's name was Shoshana. Shoshana in Hebrew means rose. You got it there, baby. Rome Aguilar, Mister, I'd love to join here. I can.
All right. Anyone else who's signing up need Peter's email?
I haven't received an email. I haven't sent you one. Tara, I just say here.
Camille
Tara,
also. Oh my goodness.
Tara, I just sent you my email address. Look at your private message, babe.
All right. How about Camille? You got Camille? Oh, there you go, guys and girls. Worst case scenario, email Roman and he'll get you in touch with Peter.
Post my email, Roman.
That's what we should have done at the first place. This way we know they bought it, Peter.
Yeah, exactly. Darius, there's not that much you can do.
Oh, that's too funny.
All right, guys. Shoshana, there you go. And if you DM me on Instagram, I answer all my DMs.
Well, Pete, right now, there's 76 people here and we sold 80 courses.
Possible. They all want to visit me at the stock exchange.
Oh, that's too funny. All right, guys. Thank everybody for coming tonight. Pete answers everybody.
I do. I answer all my DMs.
He does.
If you didn't get them, I sent it to Tara. I sent it to Cardi. I sent you my, look at your private message here tonight. I sent it to, did I send?
Mike got it.
I sent it to Jose. No, send the email here, Jose. I think I sent it. No, Jose, I'm sending it to you now. But guys, you got to buy the course.
You send it to Brittany? Pete, we got Brittany, we got Camille, and we got Basil.
Okay, this is my email. It's a little strange, so don't be concerned. What else?
Pete, you're breaking up.
Okay, Tracy bought it. Am I here? Am I there? Where am I? Oh, maybe my battery's gone almost.
You got Basil?
Shit, I'm down to one. I got to go to my phone. Hold on.
All right, here's the deal, guys and girls. Roman, post the WSGTA email again.
I'll stay on long enough. Did I get your emails, guys?
I got Milay, I got you.
Okay, who else? Let's see, who else was it, David, here?
I don't know, Pete. I lost track now.
Okay, I'm looking. Somebody tell me again. So I sent
Tracy signed up. AK signed up. Can you hear me, Pete?
You say it again, David? Who?
Basil, AK, Brittany,
Here,
Tracy.
you know, here, guys, I'll make it super simple. This is my private email. I won't drive you crazy. It's littlefurryman@AOL.com.
There we go. Here. Roman, post it.
Littlefurryman@AOL.com. You email me and you buy the course tonight. You email me at littlefurry. I'll get you on the floor. Okay.
There you go.
There you go.
Thank you, Peter. That makes it a lot easier.
That's my pleasure, everyone. There you go. Gave me that email years ago, and I never changed it.
Darius, we're gonna leave the discount code up through the weekend. Darius. Okay, through the weekend. Yeah, so you got time. Through the weekend. All right, great job tonight, guys. Matt, Roman, great job. Pete, great job. All right, Roman now, guys, is going to walk you through how to buy the course if you have any questions. Okay, Tracy, boot camp too? Excellent. Roman will walk you through the course if you have any questions or any problems. If anyone has a problem, please bring it up with Roman right now. Okay?
All right, guys. Thank you, Dave. Take it. Thank you, Peter.
All right, just one more second, Rome. Guys, take everything that we said tonight to heart, whether you end up with us or not, okay? Everybody who signed up, we'll certainly see you. What's tomorrow? We're off tomorrow. I think we'll still do our meeting tomorrow night. So if anyone signed up tonight, guys and girls, we'll see you tomorrow at 6 o'clock for your first mentorship meeting.
5 o'clock.
Oh, 5 o'clock. Yes. We'll see you tomorrow at 5 o'clock for your first mentorship meeting. Okay. Yes, 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 yes. Can someone send a payment link again? Roman's going to go over it right now. Okay. Yes, 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 yes. Roman, you have the payment link, right?
Guys, all you have to do is go to the website, wsgta.com. That's how you find it, guys.
Right. And Roman's going to walk you through it all right now. All right, Pete, I'm got to get out of here. All right. When Roman finishes, Pete will just finish up for everybody. Let's hope today is the worst trading day that we ever have, and tomorrow's a better day. I say peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. Great job, everybody. I hope to see a bunch of you guys tomorrow night, baby. Tomorrow night, we're going to see a bunch of you. And boot camp on Monday. Boom chakalaka. Green Jeans is out of here like Vladimir Overski and Mr. Outski. All yours, Roman.
Well, I'm going to say goodbye. Jose, it's the greatest thing in the world. I love every minute of my life and my day. That's why we do what we do. Anyway, you buy the course, come visit me, Jose. You'll see what it's like to be the Einstein of Wall Street. Guys, I love you too. It's a pleasure. I look forward to seeing every one of you on the floor of the stock exchange. That's my commitment to you if you buy the course. Otherwise, you can always DM me and talk to me. I'm an easygoing guy. I love you. It was a great class tonight. Thank you, Roman, David, Matt, and the whole team. You good luck. Have a great life, and I'll see you later. Goodbye. I'm out of here.
Also, guys and girls, I'm getting some emails from you. I will answer your emails, okay? All right. Take it away, Roman and Matt. It's all yours. Out of here like Vladimir, Overski, and Outski. Please, guys, if you have any questions about signing up for the course and how to do it, payment plans, anything else, ask Roman now. Out of here like Vladimir, Overski, and Outski. Love you guys too. Peace and love, 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 love you, Maria. I love everybody. Over and Outski. All right, Roman and Matt, it's all yours.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Peter. That was incredible. All right, guys. So I just want to go over the website, how to purchase the course, how to apply the code, the promotional code to get the discount. And I will also show you the course, just to give you a preview of what it looks like and everything that's what we offer in the course and just the experience of it. So here's our website, WSGTA. And once you're here on this page, you're going to click on Enroll Now. And Enroll Now will bring you into our course curriculum. And as David was taught you some of it today, we have lesson one, which is the language of the stock market. So that is your basic entry, just right from the start of what is the stock market and how and all the terminology and just the basics of it. We then go into money management. So that is your capital, that is the risk management, and learning how to use your how to manage the trade with using the risk of the money. All right. After that is the chart basics. So we're going to go over the charts and how to read your charts, how to set up your charts. Lesson four is using our 5 technicals for trading. So this is when you start learning about all the trade setups that David uses or we use. And this is where you really start learning how do you make money. You use the trades, these are the trades you would use. And these trades are anything that stock can do. So it's one of my favorite parts. Next is lesson 5, which is the swing trading. Here is, for those that can't trade all or can't be a day trader, but they want to still swing trade. This is where swing trading comes in. Very successful. These are not like, very successful. So I use it all the time, and it's good stuff. Lesson 6 is options. Now, options is, if you have small capital, and it goes very deep into it, and I love options, but it's all there for you. Now, the secret sauces on our course is the live mentorship course, which is we meet up every Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a Zoom link, just like here, how you joined us. It's live with David and Peter. This is where you bring all your questions about the course. Dave, I don't understand this. Can you repeat? Can you review this? We talks about trade setups. Peter talks about the market. Like there is, I mean, there is no one else in this business as Peter says that you have a professional floor trader meeting with you every Thursday to talk about the market. What are they hearing on the floor? And then and he also analyzes the market to tell you what exactly happened, what happened, why did that happen. It is just incredible, just to be mentored by two professional traders, and one still on the floor. So, all right. We also have our 10% off any course of ours. So coupon code is green. So once you remember that, then you choose your tier. So 499, it includes the whole course. It includes the mentorship. It includes our archives. Okay, 499. That's before the discount. All right. And then the next one is the 699, which in addition is the boot camp. And the boot camp is the live trading room and where David goes over all the whole course live in his trading room, and you're analyzing the market right at the same time with him, and you're able to ask him questions. Why did you take that trade? Or Dave, I want to take this trade. What do you think about it? And then he'll give you right there the yes or no and explains it why. It is, I mean, this is like flight school. This is when you're on the plane and you take off for the first time, and you got you have your coach with you. So um, it's an amazing experience. It really is. All right. So once you decide which tier you want to go with, you're going to click on checkout. And here's our checkout page. Very simple. Okay. You just got to take it one step at a time. The first part is the email address. You're just going to type in your email address. It is your account is linked to your email address, so you're going to type in your email address. Next is the checkout process. So we have PayPal, we have Apple Pay, you can then just you manually type in your credit card or your debit card. Totally up to you. Okay, very safe. This is all secured. Next is if you want to do a payment plan, we have three of our buy now, pay later methods. We have Affirm. We have and all you do is just choose one of these, and then it will walk you through the process. Okay, you're going to type in your email address. You're going to type in your address here. Make sure you choose the right country or region. All right. You could also send this as a gift. Okay. Payment plan system is my problem. All right. We'll talk about that. All right. Now, I want to show you guys what the next step here is. This is where you apply the code. Okay. So in the coupon code, you're going to hit green. And then once you hit green, you're going to hit apply. Once you hit apply, you're going to see the discount applied, and you're going to see the price go down. Once you do this, right, uh, and you choose which vendor, this will be applied. Even if you do the monthly payments, the discount code is applied. Okay. So once you do that, green, you hit apply, the code gets applied to you, and you're good to go. All right. If you made a mistake and you don't see it, you don't see the discount, send me an email, and I'm more than happy to refund you the difference. No problem. I do it all the time. So once again, my email address is. There we go. Send me an email, and then I can review your account, and I will make the proper adjustment. All right, the payment plan. So, if you have, you can email me a screenshot of what the error is. Some of the things I've been recommending to some folks is do this off your phone. So, if you want to just make the payment through your phone, somehow it works better. Just go to WSGTA and make your purchase through your phone. I think we all have smartphones now, so that's one method. If you're having problems with the payment method, might be the credit score. They do a light credit score check, and maybe there's something going on with the credit. But look, just send me an email. We could look into it. I'm happy to jump on a Zoom call with you and take a one, and help you make the purchase. So just send me an email and I will get back to you as soon as possible. All right. Now, any questions about anything else about the checkout page? All right, great. Let me show you now the course. All right. So the course is very why do you ask for I don't ask for the credit score. If you're doing if you're doing a payment plan, then they do a credit check. They do a credit score check. Light one. It's not heavy. Um so but you could go review the terms, and if you click here learn more, they'll explain to you what they're exactly doing here. But you know, you are asking for a few bucks here, so they want to make sure they'll get their money back. But most of the time, no one has a problem. All right, let me show you the course. Okay, so here's our comprehensive course. Here's let me right here. All right, and I'm gonna view content. And the cool part here is like this will save once you complete a course, okay, it'll bookmark it. You'll know where to leave where you left off. So you're not trying to figure out where to leave off, okay? So the system is there. Once you complete a course, it'll mark it. Oh, I completed one part of language of the stock market. Let me go to the second one, terms, long term, okay? So let me see here. Chart basics. Let's start this. So you hit start, okay, and right here,
When we have lines above or pivot points above where a stock is trading, that is potential resistance points where we want to sell or short the stock. So this stock right now is trading at 107.67. The current price of your stock.
all right, and you could go full screen. You could go full screen. It's not like you're, looking at like you're watching it on your phone. You could make full screen. We have notes. We explain everything. On the left hand side, we have the additional courses, so you're able to stay focused and you could go through each course. Um, there's about 9 hours of the course, and it's not too long, it's not too short, and we highly recommend we highly recommend take the course multiple times. We guarantee you that you will keep learning it. You keep processing it. You keep looking at your charts, and it starts to come together. I mean, David taught me how to trade, so. Um, it is so simple, and it's just it's amazing. Honestly, it's just amazing. All right, let me show you the other part, uh the archive library. Now the archive library is where we all the mentorship classes that every Thursday we meet up, is recorded, and it's posted here in our archives. In addition, as our course has been growing and we've been doing this for a while now, um, David and his traders have produced more lessons, have created more strategies, and that there is so much. And one of the favorite ones is the future fast track lesson. Okay, this is a 96-page PDF explaining everything about future trading. Okay, and how you set up your charts, and how to implement into the trading into future trading. So it is an incredible tool, okay? And it's beautifully written with the colors, graphical, and you just got to take your time with it and it will all come together. Now, in addition to that, we also have a 3 hour lesson here, from Kevin, excuse me, going over the future fast track lesson. All right. And let me just play a little bit here. Okay.
To pay attention and make sure you are on the right book or the book that you intend to be in. Okay. That's something we've run into a handful of times. All right. So yeah, Top Step will do it when you open NinjaTrader, whether it's through Apex. So Top Step is a prop firm. Apex is a prop firm. Both of them will have platforms that you can trade from. Top Step has Top Step X. It is their own proprietary system.
Okay, so Kevin goes over um the deck and explains everything what you're reading, and you will learn a lot here. Here is our on the left hand side. Let me just go back here. On the left hand side, here's our um Q mentorship mentorship videos from May. We have June. And it's just this is our community. And you could come in. We and David goes over each of the trades. So like here, reversal swing trade, ATR, um, ES setup for a double bottom. So, if you can't make it to Thursday night's mentorship class, it's all here. It gets posted and you can watch it. Let's see here.
Here's another important conversation. Those of you who have just started with us, 8 level, it would be healthy for us if we hold that. So let's keep our eyes on that in the next couple of days or next week. We want to write that down, guys. We want to hold this 578 level for, to hold this upward trend that we started. Okay. And then below that, we got room down to 565 if we break that
So
trend.
this is Dave.
So what this is telling me, if we hold this level, good, stocks can keep going up from there. If we break it, we got a gap down that they can keep going down a little bit. Okay. Appreciate the tweets and want to take, but at times are too cryptic with acronyms to know what.
Okay, so this is Dave going over the SPY, looking at levels, and sharing his knowledge and analyzing the market. I mean, that's just incredible. That's every Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, so I think I went over the course. I showed you how to do checkout. Does anyone have any questions? Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to put up my email address one more time for those of you anyone that has any questions. Send me an email about if you have any questions about the course, if you're having trouble making a payment. I am here to support you. I am here to make this as easy as possible. And that's about it. I want to thank everyone very much for joining us for this another amazing masterclass. Guys, we do monthly free master classes, and I want to thank you so much for joining us. And this will be posted in the next few days on our website. So if you want to review it one more time before you make your decision, if you want to join us, it'll be available. And that's about it. Awesome. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful night, and hope you'll be able to join us.